Welcome to Reality After Show, our coverage of Love Island something. What was that intro screamed Love Island, not Survivor.
I made the intro finally. I'm in.
You're in.
Yeah, but we're on it's like the Love Island podcast. Like, what is that music?
Listen, man, it was the best music I could find that made sense with that video.
Oh my god, it's like it's like the Sanctuary where good things happen. Oh my god.
What's up? Welcome in.
Yeah, welcome. It's the Survivor Season 49 premiere after show. I'm Jonny Fairplay, joined by producer Bobby Goodsby and my favorite 47er. Don't tell Saul. Better call Saul.
I'm your favorite new era, bro. Come on. Don't
tell Teeny. You know what? Peek behind the curtain, folks. I am this isn't a secret, but I am the Boca Raton Championship Wrestling Cruiserweight Champion of the world. And
worst kept secret in America.
Worst kept secret in America. And I went to Baltimore 2 weeks ago, and we went to the tailgate. That's right.
The Baltimore Ravens tailgate.
Yes, Jimmy's Famous Seafood, the greatest tailgate I've ever been to ever in my entire life. No contest. What do you think, Gabe?
It was awesome. It was so much fun.
So I got the little Iggy from Jimmy's Famous Seafood, and they said, "Hey, we're debuting the Tailgate Championship belt. You're the Boca Raton Championship Wrestling Cruiserweight Champion of the world of Boca Raton. Can you bring your belt?" I arrive in Baltimore at 7:20 a.m. Gabe's there minutes later. He was occupied prior. And we're some Watertown whiskey in, we're some moonshine in, and I'm like, all right, we got to go to the tailgate. I'm like, oh, the fucking belt. Gabe, how heavy is this belt?
It's like 15 pounds.
It's 19.2 pounds.
Johnny's frail arms to be carrying it around.
To which Gabe called me Grandpa Fairplay all day. Gabe, we're breaking up.
Dude, that's fine. That's fine.
Oh,
that's
my God. Fine. Gabe, I'm getting you on another show. Now we're breaking up?
What show are you getting me on?
Love Island?
What show are you getting me on, Johnny?
Couple to thruple.
Okay.
Couple to thruple.
Dude, as soon as you get on there, you're in the Netflix Zygost or whatever, and then you get to do their fucking challenge shows.
Okay, well, when you get me on the show, Johnny, you let me know.
All right, I'm working.
Johnny, you remind me of my dad, where you just like have everything, like you never throw anything away, like that little necklace from the tailgate. Like you just have something from, like, my dad goes on these business trips. He keeps every single room key he's ever had from any of the hotels and stacks them in rows of 15. Like, Dad, your OCD is incredible.
Well, hold on, Gabe. Peek behind the curtain on Bobby, because he doesn't tell this part of the story. His dad is in the Skateboarding Hall of Fame.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Well, okay. He's a member. He's a big member of the skateboarding community. They have like an award, like the Bobby G Lifetime Achievement Award or whatever. But he's not officially in the Hall of Fame yet. He's not officially. Many people want to nominate him, but he's not officially.
Really?
He went to the Hall of Fame this last year.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he's like best friends with Tony Hawk and all those guys. So
he was in the Danny Way documentary too.
Yeah.
Really?
What did your dad do officially? Like, what was his deal?
So he started the first YMCA skateboard camps in California, where a lot of companies like Plan B, DC, a lot of those people all met at my dad's skateboard camps or knew each other through like mutual connections through my dad's skateboard camps. And he was a pro skater. He rode for Vision and Gullwing trucks back in the day, did the US tour. But he was like a major influencer when it comes to like starting skateboard camps that really like kind of took everything off in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
With, like, in California, Southern California.
What happened to you, Bobby? 5'2"?
Listen, I skateboarded as a kid. Trust me, I'm like probably the one kid in America growing up where it's like you'd go on a family vacation. My dad sniffs out a skateboard park. He's like, "Oh, we got to stop at the skateboard park." And I'm like, not another skateboard park. Can we just get to where we're going? Like any kid in America would be like, "Oh, Dad, like yeah, you want to go to skateboard camp? Let's go." Or you want to go to skateboard park? Let's go. And me, I was just like, "Oh my God, this is the third one today. Do we have to do this? Can we just get to Uncle Clyde's house?"
Yeah, it took everything out of my family to take me to Mount Trashmore in Virginia Beach. I'm like, we're at Virginia Beach. We can't go to Mount Trashmore. They're like, the lazy river at the hotel is not good enough for you. I'm like, no, it's not fast at all. It's lazy.
It is lazy.
It is lazy.
I will say this though, I got all kinds of free gear and skateboarding accessories growing up. So it was a really cool childhood growing up in that community. Went to the X Games every year.
Really?
Year.
Wow, that's sick. That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
So
let's get into this premiere.
Well, real quick, we're doing this a day late because I was watching The Floor season 4 on Fox, to which the final randomizer landed on me, Jonny Fairplay, and it was like, oh no, this isn't good. Like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
And I got to choose between Lisa Frank stickers, real estate, and stamps. And peek behind the curtain, boys. 1980, age 6 Jonny Fairplay. Guess what Santa Claus brought them, and they still have to this day.
Just
Look
like Bobby's dad.
Look at I mean, I got stamps in there, but like this is not an empty book.
I told you he doesn't get rid of anything.
I am literally that guy. But here's the worst part. So what we filmed and what they showed is two different things. So Rob Lowe, the host of The Floor, is just like, hey, Fairplay, you have control of the board. Do you want to go Lisa Frank stickers? You want? And I'm just like, like I have 2 daughters. I know all about Lisa Frank stickers. I could easily destroy her. No big deal. To my other side, to my left, I have real estate. I was a realtor for 8 years. This guy's toast. I was like, but I look behind me and I see stamps. Rob Lowe, who doesn't love a good tramp stamp? And he goes, "You're preaching to the choir, brother. Let's go."
Wow, and they cut that.
They cut off.
Oh no!
Sign the tramp stamp.
That's so good.
So yes,
cowards, all of them.
Cowards. Oh my God. So anyway, I am the master of stamps.
All right, Stamp Master. Let's get into this Survivor episode, guys. What were your initial thoughts going into this season? How did you feel? You know, we had 50 around the corner. Was 49 kind of just an afterthought? And then you're like, oh, wait, the premiere's this week. What the heck? Where did this come from? And then once you watch it, what were your initial impressions?
Well, I actually think that it has benefited from 50 being on the horizon. I think that everybody has been so like 50 that 49 came along, and usually people come up with so many preconceived notions and so many expectations that go into any given season of Survivor. And I think 49 has avoided like all of that because all of their preseason press has been taken up by 50. All of their preseason speculation has been taken up by 50. And I feel like people are coming in with no expectations. And I think that's actually a good thing for this season. And I think people are coming in, and we'll get into it, but like I was one of the people, and I'm seeing this opinion kind of, make its way out into the ether of just like, that was pretty good. Yeah. And I think that that's a good thing. I think most of the time people are excited to tear down a season of Survivor after the premiere. And this time I think most people were like, wow, that I actually enjoyed that. And that I think comes from 50 taking up all of the air in the room leading into the season.
Yeah, I did an interview Wednesday morning for The Floor, and they were just like, "What do you want to come out of season 49?" And I'm like, "I just want it to be over, so we get to season 50. Is all I want."
Yeah.
And then I saw a couple clips. I like my Instagram must hate me because like the clips of the survivors that that they were kind of showcasing were not my cup of tea. I'm just like, oh my God, we're doing a fucking another nerd fest. This is the worst. Yeah. And then I had people reach out. They're just like, oh my God. So they're just casting nerds again. I'm just like, I don't know. I have not looked at the cast. I did not think it was as nerd. Like Rizzo. He has not earned Riz God status with me yet.
Okay.
So I'm hoping he does. He had peaks and valleys on the premiere with me personally, so I'm not at Riz God level, but he's not a big of a nerd as some nerds that we've seen in the new era.
Yeah, I agree. I think that he actually has showmanship to him.
Yeah.
And I think that's something a lot of the nerds lack, is that it's like they have this excitement and they have this, like, you know,
I don't care about excitement.
But that's different than showmanship.
Yeah.
And I think people confuse those two things, because if you can get up on stage and you're bouncing around and I'm so happy to be here and blah 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 blah, and I love dragons and I love trains and I love blah 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 and I'm on Survivor, it's like, okay, but there's no like
nothing else
or structure to what you're doing. You're just this ball of excitement, and oftentimes it's a little off-putting. I think Rizzo actually has some showmanship to him. He knows what it means to manipulate and own a moment in front of a camera, and he understands what people like about him, and he knows how to put that to the forefront. At least through a premiere, that all really shone through for me.
I think he's the next Rob C.
How so?
Just everything, like the total package, and possibly more athletic than Rob C.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
He's more athletic than I mean. Like, I think he's a nerd, but I think he's a somewhat athletic. Like Johnny Banana sells the somewhat athletic T-shirts and sweatshirt. I have a sweatshirt. I think he's somewhat athletic, whereas Rob C, I think, would be self-described non-athletic.
Yeah,
I
could see that.
And Rob C's a big guy. Like, Rob C's a much bigger than you think when you meet him. Like, much like Bobby Goodsby, 5'2".
I'm 5'2", as you've said in every podcast we do. I am not 5'2". I'm 6'3". But I will.
Rob C is close to 6 foot, I think.
He's not as. Well, I mean, I'm a bigger dude, so to me, he just like.
I mean, I'm sorry for the 6'3" guy in the room.
Yeah, you know, the 6'3" guy in the room. There's no one really that big unless Jonathan walks in. Now I will. Yeah, or Jake. I will say this though. This, like, Rizzo, for a fact, he reminds me, and I said this earlier in my live stream that I did today, which Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, 12 noon Pacific to 2 p.m. Pacific. Watch me live on my live stream. We talked about it, and I think I compare him to a golden retriever, where he seems very excited, very happy to be there, but also at the same time, like, I feel like he's like a golden retriever, but with strategy. Like, he seems like someone who's excited. He's a fan. He's going to go all out. But I feel like he also has a part of him that's going to be able to play the game well. Like, there's a reason he got the call for 50, right? Like, out of all this cast, there's a reason 2 people from the Red Tribe got a call for 50. Clearly,
because we had to do equal new era, and then totally ignored new school, and make a TV show.
Hey, you said it, not me.
But
I agree, Bobby. I think that he is somebody who, like, has this energy and kind of has that, like, Survivor nerd energy, but it's got structure to it. And I think that's kind of what you're saying when it's like a golden retriever with strategy, is that it's like there's structure to what he's doing. It's not just like, I'm crying over myself and I can't believe I'm here and everybody I talk to is my number one, and we're going to go do the challenge now, and you know, it was like he feels like he understands in a proper way the weight of the moment, and he's handling it very well. That's what I'm taking away from.
I think he's a happier Rob C.
Okay.
Yeah. And that might be the golden retriever of it. Because the golden retriever is always a happy dog. So, all right. Well, it's season 49, episode 1. We have Jawan as our narrator for the intro. And he says, it's a horror movie, but then in Act 2, you become the monster. And I'm like, oh, wow. Is this like season 41 when Jeff told us there was a monster and then we found out that the monster was production? Because if not, if that's the case, this is not a good omen for the season.
Yeah, well, so, you know, it's funny you say that, because this was not a production heavy premiere at all. And I think that's why I liked it the most.
The intro really worked against, like they set us up for failure, and they're like, oh yeah, we're just gonna do regular Survivor. You guys like this? And we're like, yeah, we like regular Survivor.
Yeah. Well, like, and look, like, I benefited heavily from a Beware Advantage in my premiere. I had like 4.5 minutes of confessional time, which was like broke some kind of record or something. Outside of the confessional, I had tons and tons of screen time, and the vast majority of it was because I found a Beware Advantage and then later an Idol. And like, so as somebody who benefited greatly from having an episode 1 Idol hunt, I was so happy that there wasn't one this time.
I was too.
And
I was.
it was a 2-hour premiere that was, you had 2 challenges, which is typical, but then you had all social life, all camp life, all strategic bonds being formed, all social bonds either being formed or being broken apart, you know, based off of bad first impressions. And then you got a tribal council at the end. I was like, this is so refreshing to watch.
This is old school Survivor.
Yeah.
Mine is like, I don't think, I think we went 2 nerds too heavy for old school Survivor, but otherwise we're there. This is old school Survivor.
Say that again. Say the first part.
We were 2 nerds too heavy for old school.
Yeah. This is a theater kid cast. I will say that it's a lot of theater kids on this cast, and that's saying something because the new era is all theater kids.
Yeah, I will say this. It's a very good looking cast. Do you guys agree?
I think so. We're going to get to the savannah of it all, but I want to send a shout out to you, Gabe, because minus Sydney, we kind of lacked. Minus Sydney and Jonathan, we kind of lacked like the cool, good looking person in the new era of Survivor. And I saw you, and I'm just like, please don't go out there and talk about Dungeons and Dragons, or I will punch you in the face when I move. And for the record, Gabe is down for Dungeons and Dragons as long as there's some ass at the end.
You said it, not me.
I'm not speaking out of church here. But no, like I was like, I saw you, Gabe, and I saw your bio, and I was just like, this dude is like, this is seasons 1 through 30. Yeah. The cool, good looking kid.
Yeah. No, I thank you for the compliment. And in a not hubristic way, I do agree. And it was something that I was actually worried about going out there. Was like,
just like, am I the only cool, good looking kid? Because if so, like, I'm not.
Am I gonna have to fit in with like a bunch of theater kids? And you know, like we had no shortage of theater kids on our cast, but thankfully it wasn't so oversaturated like a lot of these other new era casts have been, that this it wasn't like difficult for me to fit in. Go ahead. This cast
might be theatery, and the one guy that could use that to his advantage, I think, hates them as much as we do.
Is who?
Was it Nate? What's the producer?
Yeah, the dude who actually works in movies.
He's like, I am not here for any theater kid ever. I will never I am not Mike White.
Yeah.
You will not be in Black Panther 3, I assure you.
No, here's the thing too, to go back to what we said earlier, like anticipation for 49, like 49, I'll be honest, it crept up on me. Like I did not even think, I was like, we're probably a couple weeks away. And then all of a sudden, boom, it's here. Yeah. And I do blame 50 for that, but also it was kind of refreshing in a way where we're coming off a season of Big Brother that was pretty bad, right? It's consensusly
and a season of Survivor.
Which was pretty bad. Exactly. So we've had back-to-back bad seasons, and then we know we have 50 around the corner, so people are very excited for that. So when 49 kind of came in, it felt like I was walking into a fresh season I haven't seen in many, many years, where all of a sudden it's like I have low expectations and let's see what you guys can do. And that's where I think honestly the Survivor fandom kind of needs that right now, right? Because like we've only had lows lately outside of maybe Australia via the world. And outside of that was also a returnee season. So for a fresh, brand new season, I think the low expectations could be really good for season 49.
Hey, I'm good. I'm happy. I walked away. I didn't watch until today because I was too busy winning the floor. And so
don't watch episode 2.
All right, episode 2, I'm in control of the board. Who's to say what's going to
happen? So then who on this cast, guys, is really shining through the first episode of the season? Who do you think has real potential in this game? Gabe, go ahead and start with you.
Yeah, you know, we talked about Rizzo, so I'll exclude him from this.
Yeah.
I think Sophie, Blue Sophie, I think that she by far had the best opening episode.
Abby Maria 2.0.
No, bad comparison.
I disagree.
You're just saying that because she's Hispanic.
Wow, racist Jonny Fairplay.
How are they like in any way?
She's saucy. She's spicy.
You just said Hispanic twice. You just said Hispanic twice with different words.
Okay. She's
got a little bit of salsa to her. I don't know what it is. It's just I don't know. It's something a little south of the border.
She might be a little Brazilian. Who knows?
Yeah. No, she is not like Abby Maria at all.
She is.
No, she is not.
Okay, is she not? Is she spicy?
No.
Well, we haven't got it yet. She is.
What did she do that was spicy to you?
Oh no! A few. We'll get there. I will walk you through my steps of spiciness as we. Okay, I have notes. Okay. I think she is not the Brazilian. She is not the Brazilian dragon. She is the Brazilian snake. And you heard it here first.
I don't even think she's Brazilian, but yeah,
she's Cuban, but okay. So,
she's the snake. She's not the dragon. She's the snake.
I think that unlike Abby Maria, I think it seems like everybody on her tribe really likes her and really wants and really wants
a lot to her. I don't know if they really like her.
I think they do.
I hope so, but there was we saw early on, it was just like, oh my God, this is fakeness 101. But she's literally she walked out with the Survivor checklist.
Sure, yeah, I agree with that. But I think
that's not her game. Her game is not doing the checklist is the worst thing she could have in her hand. If someone had not given her the checklist, I think she'd be in an even better. I think she's in a great position. I think she'd be even better if she didn't have that stupid checklist in her hand.
I mean, we got more exposure to that tribe because they went to tribal. I think she's in the best place in the game right now.
She's in a great place. However,
if they go to tribal 4 more times, she's not getting voted out.
Yeah. But I think if she had never watched Survivor, she'd be in an even better spot.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
but
I think she's doing. She's like I think whoever her coach was, whoever her casting person was, it was like, hey, look, you're on the show, okay, relax. So in the meantime, I need you to watch this season. This season. I need you to do this, and this when you get out there because they have people they pick to win the show. Sure. Every season, there's 3 or 4 people they want to win. There's 3 or 4 people that are the first out, and the rest are fucking filler. That's the fucking show.
Yeah.
So I would like to think you're one of the people they pick to win. They're like, hey, we got a cool, good-looking guy. Let's run one of those. Let's run that play. We haven't used that one in a while. It's been a long time since we ran that play.
Through one episode, I will say she was probably my top-ranked player on the season. I would say her or Savannah.
But you could have even been better. Like with
King
George. When King George played Australian Survivor, he was just like, I've seen every episode of Survivor. I haven't watched in a while. I'm going to go back. And they're like, no, we don't want you to watch. We want you to play as a political operative, not as a Survivor expert.
But I don't how could she be in a better place than she is right now?
I mean, I just know we watched her go through the checklist, and for me,
what checklist? She didn't find any idols. She didn't win any challenges.
I'm gonna walk up to every single person and do the, hey, are you my new best friend? I want to be I'm just like, oh my God.
But it's working. It's working.
It's working, yes. But I mean, it's just
everyone's number one.
She is.
Yeah. Everyone wants to work with her. And here's the other thing that she has in her corner too. Johnny, I'm a big edit reader, right? And I know Edgic isn't for everyone, but one of the main contributing factors is, do they get some kind of speaking scenario when it comes to that opening monologue before Jeff's 18 players, 26 days, 1 survivor, up until that point when they have the lead in where everyone's on the boat. And the one important thing is, if you are the last person to speak before Jeff's monologue, then you go into either the top 3 or you win it all. Guess who the last person wants to talk? It was Sophie.
Wow. Ooh. Interesting. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, no, he bets. So Sue was the last to talk on yours.
Interesting, really.
And prior to that, it was all winners but one.
Yeah, wow. 41 to 46 was every single person was either the last one to speak or the second to last one to speak. And then your season in 48 were different, but both those people were in the final 3.
Who was it in 48?
48 was Eva.
Oh, very interesting. Wow. But yeah, no, I mean, I think she's
Why didn't you talk last, Gabe?
I tried, dude. I tried. I don't think I talked at all
later.
I lost a lot of money on Stu because of that theory.
Gabe's sitting there going, I'll go first. They're like, dude, you don't want to go first. He's like, no,
Gabe, why couldn't you have just voted for Sue to win? I would have won a lot of more money if you would have at least.
If you just got one vote at the end, that would have done more for you.
Yeah, well, no, okay, but still, like, if you can convince people, okay, let's go back in time, okay?
So, no, I think Sophie's clearly the main character of her tribe. I think she's the most well-insulated of her tribe. I think she has the best shield in the game through one episode. Jake seems like I'm only talking about the highly edited character that we're getting on the TV show Survivor. I don't know Jake the person. I never met Jake the person. The highly edited character that we're getting seems kind of crazy. He seems like a dude. He came out, he told everybody on the mat that his dad is going blind and this is the last season of Survivor he's ever going to watch. He told everybody in his tribe that his wife could give birth while he's away playing Survivor.
That's a lot.
I mean, he's saying everything. He's telling people that he has a bromance and he's a number one with a guy that he hasn't talked to that's away on a journey. He is saying everything right now, but he is Philip Shepard. He is this season's Philip Shepard, and Sophie has adopted him as her shield, and it was a great read by Sophie. On top of that, he's the most buff guy and probably the strongest guy on the season. So it's like he's the perfect shield. Sophie identified that, has now brought him in as her number one. By extension, Alex is working with her because Alex is Jake's number one. And the Jeremiah and Sophie have obviously formed a relationship. They told each other that they're going to be number ones. Sophie so far, far and away, had the best first episode.
I think he's Philip Shepard meets Joe from 48. Like if you were to mix those two people into one body, that's 100%.
That's not a good that is like when Stewie clones himself on Family Guy. It's like the 8th one.
I think I get that. We'll see how he approaches
Does it bother you, Gabe? Does it bother you? I consider you the Eddie Guerrero of reality television.
That is the biggest compliment.
But Sophie can't be Abby Maria. Okay, cool. I just want
because it doesn't make sense. It makes sense because I lied to you.
I got it. And I'm awesome. Like it when it benefits you. Okay,
correct.
Cool.
So.
All right,
guys, we got 20 people in here watching live. Get your comments in here. We'll read your comments and react.
We might. Yeah, do a super chat. You'll get your comments. Anyway, we start with
our super chat if you want your comment read.
Yeah, we start with our first confessional. It is Cuck Alex, the youngest communication director on Capitol Hill, and he loves giving rim jobs. Are your notes different than mine?
I think he said he loves kissing butt. So there you go.
I mean, what do we think of Cuck Alex?
What
do we prefer? Do we prefer Cuck Alex or Sub Alex?
Whatever you want to call him, dude. I'm not calling him either of those things.
Well, I mean, he literally says he's into a dominant woman in his life.
That doesn't mean you're a cuck.
That doesn't mean you're
anyone else to fuck her.
Well, I didn't. I was going to go with Sub Alex, but then but his opening.
I'm not contributing to this conversation, Bobby. What do you think about Alex?
No, his opening statement was about giving rim jobs.
Okay, so what I think about Alex is I think Alex is actually in a very good position. The only thing is Jake clearly has an infatuation for Alex so that honestly, I think it could greatly hinder Alex's game. Like we could see Alex, who seems like he would be a good Big Brother Survivor player, that because Jake has latched on to Alex so much that it could really be a detriment to his game, especially since no one's going to get rid of Jake because he's the muscle of the tribe. Then they know this is the guy that's working close with them. If you want to, hurt him, we got to take out his right-hand man. So I think the best thing for Alex would be to kind of segregate himself from Jake, kind of like leave a distance between you and Jake, keep him at arm's length so that he feels comfort with you, but don't be like attached to the hip. We saw him try to work with Annie earlier in the episode, and that kind of backfired just because Annie was kind of outcasted herself but it does seem like other people want to work with him. I fear though that Alex might not be long for the game because of the emotional attachment for whatever reason Jake has with Alex.
I think of the alliance of 4, Alex is the easiest cuttable.
Out of Jeremiah, Jake, Sophie, and Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, but you got to go through Jake to do it. So you would need to have Sophie, Jeremiah, and Annie do it. That's kind of what you're getting at, right?
I think that could happen.
Yeah, I think that could happen too. Well, you know what? No, the only one she actually likes is Alex. But I think Annie's up for bargain.
Well, so here's the thing that I think is the biggest flaw of the 6-person tribe. Is that
good television is number 1, but continue.
So, well, and this lends itself to that point that I think the format it always shakes out the same. It's always a group of 4 comes together. There are 2 people that are clearly on the bottom. And then if that group goes to tribal, they just pick one of the 2 people that are on the bottom to go home. If they go again, they send the next person home. And usually by that point, they'll find their way to the merge. And if they don't, then they have one tribal of cannibalizing themselves. And then they either get to a tribe swap or they get to the merge. It happens every single season. And it's something that, hey, I have to say, if there's any safe space to brag about yourself, it's definitely this show. I am very happy that I subverted that on Tuku. Tuku was supposed to be me, TK, Kyle, and Tiana, and then Caroline and Sue on the bottom. And it was supposed to be Sue goes home the first time, and if we go to tribal again, Caroline goes home. And I saw that forming because I had that idea in my head of like, this is how these 6 tribes always play out. And my thought was, well, why did the 2 people on the bottom have to go home? What happens if somebody goes from the core 4 and swings to the 2 people on the bottom, and then you have 3 and 3? And why not test the loyalty of the core 4? And that ended up working out, very much in my favor to where I ran the entire pre-merge tribal in Tuku because I did that. And unfortunately, we're seeing that format play out again here, where there's a clear core 4 on this blue tribe of Sophie and the 3 guys. Annie and Nicole found themselves on the bottom, and they just picked Nicole to go home because Jake didn't really seem to like her. But I think that's the biggest flaw of these 6-person tribes is it always happens. And look, what I did was a big risk. Like, if you're playing Survivor with a 6-person tribe, you should absolutely do that every time. You should make a core 4, put 2 people on the bottom, and then you have your 2 easy votes. Like, really, we get all these disaster tribes, but you shouldn't bank on going to tribal more than twice before the merge. Like, if you have a disaster tribe, it's because you deserve to be a disaster tribe. Like, that is the sound, safe, efficient strategy. Make a core 4, put 2 people on the bottom. You got 2 easy votes. And if you got to go to tribal again after that, you figure it out. But you guarantee yourself 2 tribal councils in the game. So like, I don't fault the players for it. I fault production that they keep this format that keeps giving us the same result.
No, 2 tribes of 8, 2 tribes of 10. If you cut your worst person when you lose the first challenge, you should be that much better. And if you're not, when you cut your second person, you're good. You're winning the next challenge.
It just leaves a lot to be desired as far as gameplay goes because people are running scared right when they get there. It's such a process for you guys to get on this show that once you get there, you just want to play safe at the very beginning because the tribes are so small, anyone but you. You're playing essentially the same game right from the start. It's not. No, but that's what I'm agreeing with.
Go back and watch Pro Islands. No one loved watching Sandra on Pro Islands. That's not why you watch. You watch for me and Rupert playing fucking Survivor.
But that's what I'm saying is the show
that won the fucking season. Congratulations. You won. You're the best. However, that's not why you watch. There is not one person other than fucking Sandra's family that watched Pro Islands like, oh, what's Sandra going to do this week?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I think it's a hindrance to have these 3 6-person
It's the worst. It's the fucking worst. Jeff, you want to reinvent the wheel? Fucking do fucking 2 tribes. That's reinventing the wheel.
Then, look, if you want to have a phase of the game with 3 tribes, you can tribe swap into it, and nobody, I think, will have a problem with that.
No.
Like, I think if you start with 2 and then you go through a few rounds and then you tribe swap into 3, I don't think anybody will. I think people will be excited by that because it's a fun way to shake up a 2-tribe dynamic.
You know what? I would do a slow burn. I would literally reinvent the wheel and do it as we like. I would start with 2 tribes, no tribe swap, no nothing, and then the next season, 2 tribes, nothing. The next season, tribe swap, 2 tribes, and then the next season, the 2 and the 3. And then because we have it, dude, this shit has been happening for 25 years. There are people that have never seen that evolution of the game. Let's start it at 51, 2 tribes. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Let's talk now about one of our other tribes we haven't really got into, the Yellow Tribe. What are your thoughts on the Yellow Tribe? I feel like we didn't get a lot from the Yellow Tribe tonight.
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh my God, the 2 African American ladies. I have scoured my notes. I cannot find their names. And I have one as Nusari, and I love her, and I think she's great. But the fact that I don't know their names and I tried to find their names, this was not a good look. And I'm not because we hear later. I will preface this. We hear later from Nicole. She's like, "Oh, I'm glad that we have a little bit of color here. A little diverse." Thank you for acknowledging, Nicole, and that's great. And and I love it. I look at people as people. So like if I show up, I'm like, hey, guess what? We got some people here. This is pretty cool. I don't care what body parts you got or what body parts you want. So that part's cool. And let's look at everyone as just people.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, you got 2 African American ladies that I don't know their names. That's not cute.
Yeah. So one is Christina, the other is MC.
Yeah.
We
got MC for ringing the bell, but other than that, we never saw MC on the screen.
Yes, correct. And she's also the other alternate. So both the alternates.
Oh, well, you know what? They probably didn't have their cryon ready. Well, guess what? Don't you do the editing afterwards?
Yeah, right. Yeah. So when I look at this Yellow Tribe, it's kind of striking me as a bit of like a Vibes Tribe type of vibe, where I feel like there wasn't a whole lot to show because I think they were all just kind of getting along, and then they didn't have to go to tribal. Nobody on this tribe particularly leaps out to me. The person who by far got the most screen time was Steven, the dude with the hearing aids.
Timu
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, yes.
And really what he is, and nobody will get this but me, he's really actually discount Adley Rushman, the catcher for the Baltimore Orioles. Go look at a picture of Adley Rushman and then look at this guy. They are twins. It's crazy.
True.
Like, you have the 2 alternates. That's an interesting storyline. I think they showed a lot of Steven like actually forming bonds and relationships and like doing the early days of Survivor work. He's the only person we got to see do proper Survivor work. So I liked what we saw from Steven. I really like the way he handled his whole hearing aids thing. I think that's actually a good thing for somebody in Survivor to like have some kind of disability that's very visual to talk about, because you're used to it. He's been talking about that for his whole life, but for people who have never seen it, they're like, oh, is he weird about this? Can we talk about it? And then when you're like, hey guys, it's cool. I've been ripping ass and I didn't know I was ripping ass. Like, ha 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 ha. And then everybody, I think, kind of relaxes a bit. And they're like, oh, he's a cool dude. Like, he's got the hearing aids, but he cracks jokes about it and he's cool talking about it. Like, okay, Steven's cool. And it's an easy way to check that off the list right off the bat that other people, I think, have to find more creative ways to do. So I liked what we saw from Steven. I thought he handled everything very well.
I like him here. I didn't like him later. We'll get there. But I just had in my notes. I'm like, just Timu Ryan Reynolds has hearing aids, and the tribe makes fun of him for his hearing aids. Did I get that wrong?
And I
know he's watching this, so that's why I want Steven. I feel like I like you, but I don't like you in this episode.
And I was really harsh on Steven coming into the season because in his bio, it was like, oh, rockets this, space this, I'm a rocket scientist. It was like very much so, okay, this guy clearly knows he got cast because he's going to be the rocket science nerd, right?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
when we get actually him on the episode, yes, he brings it up at the very beginning, but we didn't hear that the rest of the episode. So I was relieved to see that that's not going to be his every confessional refer something to rocket science. But I really liked his relationship with Matt.
Did he serve our nation's military?
I don't believe so. I think he's like, I forget what exactly. I don't want to botch what he.
No,
I
was just making
something with rocket science.
Yeah.
But I will say Matt has impressed me the most on this tribe, right? Like we don't see all the relationships that are building on the show, but Matt seems to be in a good spot. He's the one who started fire. Like everyone else was struggling around him, and he didn't push the fact that he knew how to make fire. Like Steven was able to pick up, I can feel Matt like getting frustrated that he can't go up there and do it because he's holding back from it. I want to give him the opportunity. And when Matt was given the opportunity, he took it away. But no one saw it as a bad thing because he was sitting back, letting them try, not being like, guys, get out of the way. I know how to do this, and trying to push his authority on the tribe.
I don't think he got as much credit as he tried to get. I think he sat back and he was like, oh, you guys want to do it? Go ahead. I can. And they were just like, and then they were like, well, no, I want to do this. And then they couldn't. He's just like, well, hold my beer. And they're like, oh, of course he did it because he's fucking old and he has nothing else to do in his life but be old.
But practice, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like me and Janet. Like,
right.
Hey, can you make fire? I'm like, yeah. I was like, well, guess what? I'm fucking hot girls, fucking different ones every night. I'm like, all right, well,
so
great.
I was a fan of Matt. I think he was fun in confessionals.
Yeah.
I like his locks. I think the dreads are cool.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. I know you're thinking it.
I'm not gonna do it. I would do like cornrows if I braided my hair. But I think he was cool. I think that he might be somebody who has a hard time insulating himself. Like I think that I find older folks on this show really do not like relinquishing command to younger people. And he does not strike me as somebody who's going to be like, I'm cool hanging out and you tell me what to do and I'll do it. He strikes me as a guy who's going to try to take charge.
He's the old curmudgeon.
He's going to be an old curmudgeon dad and it's going to come back to bite him. That's my impression.
All right. Well, going through here, we had Savannah, the hot reporter. Jake is a Sydney hotshot. That's right. He likes to charm women with his penis and a jockstrap, and he's from Edmonton. Yes, he's a fake Chippendale. He's a Temu Chippendale. We got Rizzo, 14 years old. He does his parents' taxes. Wow, his parents are morons. Because I am not letting my 14-year-old do my taxes ever. I mean, I think it sounds cute, but whatever. Christina is excited. Someone is that her name? is that new Suri?
Yes.
Well, I do have her in my notes. I apologize. Christina, I loved you. I wish they had just I just don't understand. Like, I understand the first time you show the name, but on the first episode, feel free to show their name more often when they're talking so that we get their name.
Sure, yeah.
It's a lot of people.
It's a lot of names to keep track of.
Yes. Jason doesn't know what front left means. Oh, sweetheart, he would do horrible in Broadway. He was the male alternate, peek behind the curtain. I did love the peek behind the curtain.
I thought that was cool. Yeah. I thought that was super cool.
Yeah. And you know what? I feel this is just a guess on my part. I feel this is a message to future survivors. I don't know how out of school the people were on season 49 pregame. I feel that you're fucking scared. Like did you make any kind of I mean, you can say it now. It's after the fact. Did you kind of talk to anyone or no?
The only person I talked to was John Lovett because he came out of a bathroom that I didn't know if we were allowed to go in. And I said, are we allowed to go in there? And he said, ask for forgiveness. And I said, all right. And then I went in. That was the only conversation I had. That was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were all, with the exception of Sue, we were all very, very well behaved in pregame. Like nobody talked, nobody crossed any boundaries. It was like, we were very well behaved in pregame. I heard that 49 was not the same as we saw with 2 people getting ejected the morning before the game.
That is crazy because like I can on Micronesia, our handler, I'm not going to point her out, but she's awesome. I love her and she's very famous. She was like, you guys can't talk, blah blah blah, and I was just like, can I just say something on behalf of everyone? I'm just like, we're not fucking children. We've already done this. So, and you're middle management, and I understand that, and you're doing a great job. However, until management gets here, can we just fucking talk? We're not going to fucking talk game. We don't care. That's not how this fucking shit works. I have no idea if he farts in his sleep or she fucking snores in her sleep. So I ain't making an alliance until I know those things.
Yeah.
So just let us fucking hang out and be fucking adults. And she was like, all right, until management gets here, go for it. And we did. We fucking talked. We hung out. We had the greatest time. Me and Ozzy snuck a fucking ounce of fucking weed through customs.
Wow.
We fucking went and smoked an apple every day. And I'm just like, dude, you just bought yourself 6 days. He goes, are you serious? I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, you are a fucking early boot, motherfucker. I assure you.
Yeah.
And we smoked weed. And it's crazy because they took me over, like when they did the pre-filming stuff when you're on the Ponderosa, they were filming me, and they went over to where we had the apple hid on the branch of a tree that you could literally see weed in there. And they're like, hey, I'm like, no, let's not film over there. It's the worst spot ever you can fucking film. They're like,
oh my God, wow.
I'm like, no, it's horrible.
That's crazy. Wow.
Really?
Truly unbelievable.
The apple was still there. They didn't see it. And then, like, me and Sari were watching Boondocks, and we watched Boondocks at like fucking probably close to 4 a.m. And like when we went to bed, Sari goes, I know we ain't supposed to talk game, but I fuck with you, Fairplay. I'm like, I fuck with you, Sari.
Hell yeah.
And that was it. She was like, dude, I had no idea. I'm just like, yeah, let's fucking go. So anyway, so me and Sari have always been cool. I love her. I love new Sari. Your name is Christina. I apologize for not getting it before, new Sari, but I love you. We'll get there. But at the same time, as soon as management showed up, we didn't talk. I would never imagine, but because like here's what these nerds have in their head. I chat GBT'd it, and I'm going to work with them and them. Once again, you don't know if she snores and he farts in his sleep, or you don't know if she farts and that is a huge, like Gabe, I've met you. I love you. I think you're fucking great. But if we're side by side laying under the stars, and you fart and snore all night, I'm getting rid of you.
Yeah, for sure. and what that is, while Johnny does mean that literally,
yes.
What that is also, an analogy for is like, if I just can't stand living with you, because there's a big difference between like hanging out in Ponderosa and pregame, or even after you get voted out, and like having to room together. That's a whole different thing. And if you're just fucking annoying, like, regardless of what you do for my game, I'm not keeping you around. But no, I heard that there was a lot of misbehaving for the 49 pregame.
Chatting.
Like a lot of chatting. Yeah. I heard it was
so stupid.
Yeah. And I mean, it resulted in 2 people getting booted. Like, I mean, like, and I heard it was like multiple warnings were given. All of them were disregarded. And like people were just full blown walking around, just talking to each other. Like,
wow,
which is crazy, which is nuts.
As I said, my reckless speculation was they just wanted to set an example moving forward, because if it was just a little loose lips, you do that, and then moving forward, they're like, oh fuck, I'll never do it again.
Yeah.
But if it was just, we don't give a fuck, dude, don't. As I said, you can meet a hot girl at the bar, right? You go to the bar, you meet the hot girl, you bring her back. She's like, oh, by the way, I sometimes have reckless diarrhea when I'm sitting on your couch. It's like, oh, shit, you're the worst hot girl at the bar.
Yeah. You don't know until you get out the bar.
Once you hit that mat, you have plenty of time to talk. You have all the time on the planet to talk. Do not talk before. There's not all you're getting is, hey, do you want me to tell you how great I am and how great you are? It's like, yes. It's like, do you get nothing from that?
Well, yeah, and that's what I was saying too, and I was learning all this. I was like, what do you have to gain? What do you possibly have to gain from any pre-gaming like in Ponderosa?
Yeah.
Hey, what tribe are you on? I'm on yellow. I'm on yellow too. Should we work together? Yes, we should. Where do you go after that? Where does the conversation go? We should vote out this person because I think they're on yellow too. Okay, let's do that. Great. You got 2 votes on a 6-person tribe going in the same direction.
And then you really meet them.
Yeah, right. And then you actually meet them and you're like, oh my God, I'm locked.
Oh my God, this guy's racist.
Yeah, right. Like the psycho of the cast is the guy that I pre-gamed with. Like, oh no. Like,
and this guy's racist, but he likes me. We're good.
And well, that's how I feel about Johnny. And then that is what you stand to gain. What you stand to lose is you get booted off Survivor before the game starts and you never get to play again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
How is that worth it in any universe?
I don't get it.
It's not.
I don't get it.
And then I want to get your guys' opinion. We talked about the other 2 tribes. What about the red tribe? Who you liking? Who are you not liking? And
I have notes in order, Bobby. This doesn't help me at all.
Okay, well then you go with your notes then instead.
I don't know who's on the red tribe.
Huh?
I don't even know who's on the red tribe. Let's go. All right.
Red
So
tribe
we're on the mat. Jason doesn't know front. He's the male alternate. Sage is uncomfortable with cameras. She pees a lot. I'm not casting Sage.
She was our alternate. She was the 47 alternate.
Yeah.
So I see why they did, but I also saw a lot of red flags of why I would not cast her. Like she's like, oh, there's cameras. And I'm just like, I don't want someone ever that's, oh, there's cameras.
I think you want 1 or 2 people like that because it makes it feel more real.
Okay. Well, I agree to disagree, but I also I get it. And I feel if you peel the onion, there's a lot more there, and she's fucking great. However, I did not like I'm just like, I don't like the nerdism of Survivor. Like
that I agree with. Yeah.
Nerds watch TV because they're like, I want to be like them, not like me.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole thing. It's like everyone wants to fuck the prom queen because she's hot. And then when you have the nerve and just like, well, that's just fucking me. Like,
well, I mean, that's even why, like, you know, and I'm into my fair share of nerdy stuff, but like, that's why nerds are into nerd stuff. Like, that's why they like superheroes because they want to be superheroes. That's why they're like Dungeons and Dragons because they want to be knights and wizards and shit, like things that they aren't. And I think that like Survivor was really good at that, you know, in its heyday, because it was like, we're bringing all of these like real people, but these people that are larger than life, you know, Boston Robs, like Rupert.
Yeah.
You know.
And then eventually you work in a nerd.
Yeah. And it works like a Cochran. And it works like a, you know, whoever.
But I don't need 8 Cochran's. I don't want to watch your TV show.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I just think that like casting in general, and I think it goes beyond reality TV and Survivor, just casting in general, I think has become so representative, and they want to be so representative of the people that are watching that we've kind of forgot like it's fun to watch a badass on, like it's fun to watch Harrison Ford be Harrison Ford on screen, you know? And look, I got no issue with Tom Holland. I think he's a good Spider-Man. Why is every action star Tom Holland now? Like, you know,
oh my God, I saw the cast that work. I'm just like, this fucking weirdo. Like, I'm just like, well, you're saying
what's his name? Chalamet. Like, there's Chalamet and Tom Holland and like Robert Pattinson. And don't get me wrong, I think these are all fantastic Oscar-worthy actors. I think they are fantastic actors.
Well, not Tom Holland, but it's.
I think he's pretty good.
He's good.
He's not Oscar-worthy.
But what I think we've abandoned, and I don't think this deserved to be abandoned. I think we just should have made room for more stuff. Is Harrison Ford, is Sylvester Stallone and Schwartz. What happened to the rugged badasses? You know, like those are gone now. And I think that we see a little bit of that in Survivor. I think they're kind of scared to cast these badasses. And when you do cast a badass, they have to have something with them. It's like they're also an oaf.
They're also a weirdo.
A weirdo, or they're also like an asshole. And it's like, like if you had that casting mentality, you never would have got Boston Rob. You never would have got Tony. Like you never would have got a lot of people.
Well, Lynn Spillman was cool, and this casting department is not.
That's
the problem is the fact is when they do cast one of those big guys, right? From what we've seen from the new era is like those big bulky guys are guys that are also very submissive or very much so like, oh, I want to be everyone's friend, like a Joe, like a Jake, like what's his face that's gonna be on 50. Like they're always like the super nice guy that do not want to,
step on anyone's toes. They're
not allowed to in the new era.
But they're not casting guys that are these big guys with big personalities that also play the game hard.
Yeah. And there's also or they cast them and like they're assholes, and it's like that's their character. It's like you're just a dickhead,
Yeah.
And like you don't have people anymore that are like, and I'm trying to like honestly like be fair and rack my brain for maybe they do exist and we're just not giving them credit. But like who's the last like proper macho dude to come in that you were like, he's pretty cool, he's a badass?
Well, I would say Jonathan was cool, but he was not a game player.
He wasn't a game player, and he was kind of a dick. He's kind of a dick.
He started very nice, he ended an asshole
because he had no food.
Sorry, that's part of the game, motherfucker.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, like we had Saul on our season, who I think in real life fits that mold.
Yes,
the way that he got edited was like this, like kumbaya. I love everybody in him, but but in real life, he's actually like he's pretty badass, and he's
a big time stud. His edit was Mr. Miyagi.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And it's just like, how do you ruin Mr. Miyagi? It's just, and then Saul's like, hold my beer, let me wear my fucking vest for the fucking jury.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Ruin your edit. So, all right. Next, Jake's dad has glaucoma. This will be the last season he can watch. I take medicinal for glaucoma right before every podcast.
We know.
All right. Steven started with Pearl Islands. I'm sure they cut out my name because heaven forbid. We go to a previous player montage of players that changed the game. I did not make the cut. I feel like I made the. There's no way Steven said I start with Pearl Islands and did not say Rupert, Sandra, and Jonny Fairplay.
Well, because you guys weren't on 50.
Yeah. Well, they also have Parvati on there, who is not on 50.
I think that was the only one. That was a last minute splice.
Yeah.
I think that was after the fucking Emmys when it was just like when she goes, why didn't you have Parvati? He goes, oh, we tried. We did the puzzle pieces and I reached out to the former players. Or no, we didn't reach out to any of the big players because that's not what we do. And I'm just like, wait a second. You called Boston Rob. He said no. So you lied. And then you didn't call Parvati. So that's a lie. Okay, anyway, so players that changed the game. D. I love D. I think she's beautiful. I think she's a great winner. She did not change the game ever.
It was just the cast of 50. What are you talking about?
Okay, but she did not. She did not change the game.
No, I agree. But like anybody who's under the impression that was an honest like storytelling narrative device that they did is like an idiot.
Well, I'm an idiot because my feelings were hurt.
Well, I don't know why. It was literally the only thing they could have done to make it more of a 50 promo would have been join us in February for season 50.
Do you think that was like an early splice of like who might do well on 50? Like that's why they're showing these people?
No, okay. Yeah, like I think they knew that all those people were going to be on 50.
Well, no, of course. Obviously, edited after the fact. But the problem is like they showed only, let's say a third of the cast that's actually on 50 in that splice. I feel like it's a subtle way of showing us, hey, these are the people that are going to be important on 50. Not just the fact that they've changed the game, but that I think they're wanted to get in our heads subliminally.
They're singer calling.
Yes.
Yeah, I could see that.
Red lighting.
But it was also like
the gaslighting us. I don't know what gaslight means.
With the exception of Suri, like who didn't make that little promo that you would have put in?
Colby.
Okay, Colby, yeah.
The new era people that suck.
Christian.
Christian made it.
He's borderline, I think.
Yeah.
He did make it. He did make it, yeah. They showed him like after he won like the 5-hour challenge.
Angelina.
Borderline.
She made it?
No, I don't think she made it. But I think
I know. I watched.
What about Q?
I rewound because I'm just like, who am I mad at right now?
Deserve to be in there? I don't think so.
Rick Devins.
I don't deserve to be in there for changing the game. I've changed reality television.
Colby is the one. Colby and Suri were the two big snubs from that. Those are the only two. Everybody else that was in there were like the easiest.
I'd have to rewatch it.
Suri is in there. Colby is not. Suri.
I don't think Suri was.
She's watched. It's a clip from Heroes Villains with
you're right. She is in it. She is. Yeah. She's wearing a blue puff
behind her. With the redneck that won.
I will say, well, what about Jenna Lewis?
Fishback's buddy.
Does Jenna deserve to be in there?
I mean, she's from Survivor 1. It's historic.
Well, she's not in it.
Yeah, and like here's the thing. I get not having as many of the new era people, but like when you have the last person being coach on the beach doing his little thing, his dragon warrior thing, like I feel like that was like a subtle hint of like it really leaned on coach at the end. So it gives me a feeling of coach have a lasting impression on 50. I don't know. I like to look at this stuff. It's not for everyone, but I feel like they're showing us these particular people now where it's in our head, but we won't think about it until 50 comes up.
Well, if you think I'm mad about this, that's nothing compared to the next line in which Jeff Probst explains, hey, the game is always changing where good things happen. And he goes, it's all about the trust being made and then broken. And I'm like, isn't this literally the fucking exact same thing that you said you wanted moving forward? We're not casting villains. The game has evolved. It's not about breaking promises. It's not about lying to people. It's not about bonds and then breaking bonds. We're no more villains. And he literally is like, this is what it's about. Making bonds and then crushing them and stomping on them. And I'm like, dude, shut up. I mean, dude, it's literally the exact opposite of what he fucking preached 2 years ago. Yeah. Because guess what? No one wanted to see that shit.
Johnny, I have an interesting question for you.
Yeah.
If you got sat down in a room with Jeff and it was anything goes interview and you only get a handful of questions, I won't give you a number.
Sure.
What would you ask him and what would you tell him?
How big is it?
Is the picture real?
How much? All right, am I out of time?
Yeah, you used to know your question.
He's already halfway out the door at that point.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, I would be like, why was I not on 50?
Actually, I know that would be the first thing you would ask.
That would be the first thing. And hey, isn't showrunner enough? How about JLP?
Isn't showrunner enough? How about JLP? Well, that would be an actually great question.
Yeah.
That would be a good one.
I wish JLP was 10 years younger. I feel like that would make it a lot easier.
For sure. Yeah, I agree.
But I love him so much. And JLP just he's like, hey, guess who I ran into? My neighbor in Malibu. Like, let's fucking get somewhere.
Was it Jeff?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Maybe.
Yeah. So I'm here for it. All right. Let's see. Hold on. So it's the challenge. You got to get crates, cue puzzle, jump off, ring the bell. You're playing for a pop machete and flint. Amy is not a fast runner. This is our first look at Trashy Annie.
Yeah,
I love her name. and the only person from this cast that is following me on any social media. So I was like, oh no, Annie's the first boot. The only person that they followed me. So Jake is a monster. let's see. Jason is a puzzle master. Go figure. Hina, is that the name of the Yellow Tribe?
Yeah.
Hina wins, and it's Rizzo versus Alex. Steven is Timu Ryan Reynolds. Nusari, her name is Christina. I will type that in moving forward. She hates birds. I love this. Was very Suri-esque.
This was I got off the couch.
Yes.
Yeah.
I loved it. So I do not like the player that is uncomfortable in camping settings, as in, people or whatever. We saw that season 39. I prefer the people that are uncomfortable camping because of the noises and the animals and the nature of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. I love the fish out of water, but I don't like the fish out of water because I feel some people make me uncomfortable. Some people make you feel uncomfortable. This isn't the show for you. Like, we're living in some pretty tight situations here.
Yes, I agree. Yes.
So, like Gabe and I might hate each other out there, but there might be a night where we're, root to toot or whatever in a sleeping environment because that's what we have to do.
Yeah, and I think that like the discomfort of like nature, like everything you describe, nature, the animals, the bugs, the heat, the sand or whatever, that's fun TV.
That's fun TV.
You just took a fish and you threw it out of the water. That's great.
Yeah.
The discomfort with people is not good TV. It's because your instinct is to avoid and to not interact and to go into a shell. That's
HR.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't need, like, if your go-to move is HR, I don't need you on my show in this environment. So, okay.
I think Christina could be fun though. I think the bugs and all that, like
I love it.
Birds, like it's great. But Gabe, and Johnny, I guess I want to ask you both, especially Gabe, you've been out on Fiji. The bugs and stuff out there, how bad can it be for people out there? Like, is it
awful? I mean, your entire body is covered in mosquito bites.
He did Fiji, I did Panama. I can tell you one day, I sat there, we're about halfway through the game, and I was just like, let me count my mosquito bites. Let me see if I can count them all. And I started on my right leg, and I got to over 200 just on my right leg, and I stopped counting.
No, it's everywhere. Everywhere your body's exposed, you're covered in bug bites.
200, Bobby, on one leg.
So in your opinion, what's the best kind of clothing to wear on Survivor?
What's the human burrito snuggle thing?
Snuggie.
Snuggie, yeah.
What's the thing that they'll let you wear as casting?
Well, I feel like Sophie had a Snuggie at Tribal.
Yeah, it kind of looked like it, didn't it?
It's pretty darn close.
No, I just think that I think that you need something with long sleeves, something with a hood is huge. But like polyester is good. Like, I don't think you want too much cotton. Like, I had a lot of polyester, like my pants were polyester. But also with the bugs, you pass the point of no return. Like, you get to the point where it's just like, I'm completely covered in bug bites. And that's what it is. And it's like, it itches, but I'm itching all the time. So your brain is just like, this is life now, and this is what we do. So it's really like, it's a problem for like a week. And then you get over it and you move on,
Gotcha.
This right here, we won the sewing kit on Pearl Islands. And I had a short sleeve shirt and long pants. So when I went to bed at night, I wore my socks. I pulled my socks over top of my pants so that bugs couldn't bite me there at night. And then I pulled my buff over my face so they couldn't get my face. But I had a short sleeve shirt. And so we won the sewing kit. And so I asked Christy, I was just like, hey, can you make me sleeves? And so these sleeves,
I hope you've watched this since.
You put your arm in, and they're sewn on the bottom.
Oh, nice.
And so, and I'm like, and can you put
guard.
Fairplay on there? And so she did, and so that's what I wore at night. So at night, I didn't get my hands weren't bit. I was completely covered from head to toe.
Yeah, I would put my pants on, I would put my socks on, I would wear my shoes. No, I wouldn't wear my shoes. I had to put on like my wool socks.
Well, if you'd have to wear your shoes around the shoe bandit.
Well, yeah, right. I would wear my long sleeve shirt. I put on my hoodie. I would put my hood up. I'd put my buff over my face, and then I would sleep with my head on my canteen and my bag on this side of my face. So my entire head area was completely covered up by my bag and my canteen. And it worked actually quite well. But yeah, moving through the rest of this cast. Who are you on? You were talking about. You said
we're just moving through. We see Sophie is playing early. She is trying to be everyone's best friend, especially Jake. Savannah is the new D/Parvati. Can we agree on that? That's a good.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I think I'm scared she might have a hint of Venus in her, which is not helping the cause.
I can't remember who it was, but I compared her to Parvati and someone else, and it's really bothering me because there was someone else that I thought it was a very good comparison. If it comes to me, I'll think of it.
I felt D early on, and then I was working my way towards Venus.
The only reason that I don't like the Venus comparison is because I think Venus wasn't connecting with people. Yeah, where I think Sophie is very insulated.
But she loved herself.
Yeah. I mean, Venus was an outcast like the entire game.
Yeah, but I feel like Savannah loves herself as much as Venus loves herself versus the flirty.
Yeah, that's fair. But it seems like Savannah, in the context of Survivor, knows how to utilize that in a way that helps her and not hurt her. And I think Parvati's was the same way. I think Dee's the same way.
All right. Well, Savannah's. Go ahead, Bobby. Sorry.
I was just saying, coming into the game, I was really high on Sage, but Sage, watching her, she's quite the oddball, right? And maybe it should have been a dead giveaway when we found out that she's as a jar collecting her blackheads at home, which is psychotic behavior. But watching her on the show,
unless you're selling them on your OnlyFans,
it'll go a long way for her cameos in the future.
There we go. Well, Savannah's a reporter. Nope, she's into marketing. Gabe,
what?
You play the new era. Is reporter really that big a deal? And it's like when it's just like, I can't tell them I'm a lawyer. I'm just like, I know so many broke fucking lawyers.
Well, Sam was a reporter on your season, so did that affect it?
Yeah, no, I don't think that's a big deal at all. I mean, granted, I kept the fact that I was a talk show host away from everybody.
What did you say was your occupation? Just
barback.
Couch rider?
Barback.
I would have believed either.
Jonny Fairplay autograph seller.
Oh wow!
T-shirt maker.
There you go.
What's
your 401k look like?
$0.00.
Oh Jesus!
But no,
you're breaking up, Gabe.
I don't think that is a threatening job at all.
No,
I think it's just okay, you know how to talk, but here's the thing that I don't understand when it comes to people hiding what their job is. And this is something that I apply to myself as well, that I think was silly. If you're on Survivor, you know what the casting process is like because you had to go through the casting process. If you are scared that people are going to deduce that you are a good speaker because of your occupation, everybody there is a good speaker. You don't make it on the Survivor without being able to tell a very good story and without being able to very convincingly sell yourself. It is a prerequisite to get through the many rounds of casting to be on Survivor. It doesn't matter if you are a barback, if you are a lawyer, if you are a talk show host. It does not matter. If you are on Survivor, you are a good storyteller and you are a good salesperson. So we should do away with all of that. If you're worried about people deducing that from you, it is a prerequisite to being on the show. And that is why it is silly.
I don't care how big a profession that you do. If you're a millionaire, I'm not going to give you $1 million. But otherwise,
that's the only thing. That's the only thing that you should hide is if you are already wealthy.
Yeah,
because then people won't want to give you the money.
But as I said, so many people are like, "Oh my God, I can't tell them I'm a lawyer." I'm just like, motherfucker. I know more broke lawyers than rich lawyers.
I would also say a prerequisite to hide from too is if you work in political affairs, like political affairs or religious affairs. I think
with this casting, yeah,
yeah,
with this casting, yeah, absolutely. So,
Yeah,
all right.
that I agree too. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, next we meet Nate. He's a PA. He worked on Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2. And he also fucking produced Black Panther. Let's fucking go. Wakanda forever. Are you fucking kidding me?
Wakanda forever.
This is the best. This is better than Mike White as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. And I thought he was really good in Confessionals. I really liked him in Confessionals.
Well, I mean, how could he not be good in Confessionals?
Fair enough.
Who was the guy, Cedric, last season?
Yeah, the doctor.
He gave me very early Cedric vibes, and I'm like, oh no. And then I felt he worked around them.
I agree. Yeah. And like he made it clear that like I don't want to be this dad figure.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to be that.
That's what I liked. He was just like, he goes, dude, I am not leaning into Spider-Man 2 sucked, by the way. Let's not get it twisted.
Whoa. That's second Tobey Maguire movie?
Sam Raimi's what was Spider-Man 2? Who's Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 3 was a disaster.
Yeah,
Spider-Man 2
Spider-Man 2 is good. Sorry, I'll take it back.
It was one of the best memes/gifs of all time in Spider-Man 3, though, of Tobey Maguire being Venom dancing at the bar. At least it gave us that.
I hate Sandman and the fact they got the guy from Wings to be Sandman. I'm like,
But Alfred Molina as Doc Ock is one of the best.
Oh yeah, no, Spider-Man 2. No, we're good there. And and Jamie Foxx should be in Nothing for Nothing. I am not a Jamie Foxx guy.
Agreed.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx can hang out with the guy that looks at the Instagram videos and like rolls his eyes and looks down.
Yeah, like Jamie Foxx as Electro was not my cup of tea.
No, that was garbage.
But I liked Nate. I thought he was actually fun.
Love Nate. I'm a Nate stan.
Yes, agreed. And I think that, A, he's good in Confessionals, and B, I like the early outlook that he has on the game. Like, I think that right now you kind of have a bit of a power struggle, and they don't realize there's a power struggle between Savannah and Nate. And I'm going to be curious to see if they clash or if they end up coming together.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Were you guys, sorry, I know we're going to probably get there and I don't want to skip ahead, but were you guys as shocked as I was that Shannon was involved in the group at all? Like when I
was just about to say, let me go.
Go ahead.
I think I'll address this. So we have a player named Shannon and I'm like, oh, wow, it's the new Caroline.
Not even close.
No.
And then I'm just like, nope, not at all. Holy smolies, what a role reversal. Like she's literally, we got the edit of hey, and then there's Maud, it's just like, hey, we got this extra person, she's on the show, her name's Caroline, she's gonna show up every 4th episode to say that Rachel's playing the game good. And that's it. Like,
she's a good player. That was my ally. Don't talk about her like that.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. I just watched the show, Gabe. I wasn't playing. But then I'm like, holy smolies, is Shannon not Caroline?
I got that from just her bio. Like reading her bio, I was like, this lady's kind of a nutty, like a nut job, right? Like reading her bio, I was like, I could not work with this person. Then I saw this person on my television screen. And I was like, maybe I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Nope. 5 minutes in, I'm like, this is someone that is either first boot potential or for some reason she's going to go far because someone's going to be able to drag her around.
She's starting a cult. I love her.
But like, I could never with this person. Could you? Could either of you actually work with this person?
Are you joining the cult?
Well, I mean, like, that's the thing, though, is that, like, you have to. And who was it? Tyson said something really good. He was like, it doesn't matter what people are doing. If they're doing yoga, if they're wrestling, if they're all, fucking
shitting in their hands.
Well, it's because he worked with Coach.
Like whatever people are doing, you go out there and you do it. Because if you're going to be like, I don't want to do that, you're going to get voted out.
Yeah, you got to do it. Absolutely. But like, this is the one person the tribe of 6 absolutely benefits, right? Like this is either the person that's going to be outcast right away or is going to be in such a spot that everyone's doing the yoga and they have to bond with them because they have to be a part of it. Otherwise they're going to look like an asshole and be on the outs.
Yeah. Well, we learn real quick that she's very spiritual. Her Buddhist temple is Fenway Park. I won't hold that against you. And I feel like she's a bad guy, but yeah, we'll get there.
Why do you say that?
I got a bad guy. Did you not? Well, I feel like she kind of told us she was a bad guy.
What'd she say? I might have missed it.
No, she like I feel like she said she goes, I'm gonna bring them into this web and fuck them over, kind of.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, people say whatever they want in the confessionals. Do we? We'll see how it ends up playing out.
I know. I was waiting. Remember, God, was it season 47? That guy had that big move.
Well, I think he does a show about it every week.
Oh, there's the big move. You got
there
the
you
podcast.
go.
All right. Well, here we go. We go over to Rizzo, not Riz God. You're not there yet. Versus Alex. You're getting there. You got to get 10 coconuts and then get a puzzle wheel. You got to do a puzzle and then get the wheel. Rizzo is on the struggle bus right here. This is not.
Yeah.
And Alex is like, I do the elliptical. All right. Well, for the record, the asshole that does the elliptical, you're the asshole. Right?
If you're on the elliptical in the gym.
Yeah.
That's all I do.
You do the elliptical? All right, well, I do the elliptical. I feel I proved my case,
okay.
Gabe.
This is coming from a guy who hasn't worked out in years and is trying to slowly get back into it to get into shape. And Philip Solomon told me that's what I need to do. So that's what I've been doing.
Okay. Is the elliptical?
Yes.
Fair enough.
Working on my cardio.
Gabe, are you an elliptical guy? I'm not.
No.
I feel like, no. We got free weights and fucking running, motherfucker. Let's go.
I don't do any of that. I sit on my couch.
Yeah, as I said, I don't think Gabe's working out. The
by the time I get you on the show, you're gonna be fat. You're gonna look like fucking Rikishi.
The problem is Gabe's not 6'3". All right, Gabe's not 6'3" and has a beer belly. Okay, that's what I've got to work with.
But I do agree that this is the ideal scenario. If you like, this is the ideal. 6 people in a tribe is ideal for somebody like Shannon because it's like you have to work with them. You don't have any choice. You need them as a number unless you can rally everybody to put them on the bottom. But that's like also a hard task to do as well. So
we're on the challenge with Rizzo and Alex and yes, the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals are tied at 20-20 with 18 seconds left.
Yeah, I'm tracking it right
kidding
now.
me?
Yeah, I'm tracking it. I really need.
You got to kind of speed this along. That we're already an hour and 22 minutes in.
All right, we're speeding.
Yeah, okay. Can we bail on the Johnny notes? We're going back to Rizzo. Why are we going back to Rizzo? We don't need Johnny's notes. Okay, we've covered all the tribes very much in depth. The blue tribe ends up losing the challenge. The challenge was all right. All right, you drag a big snake through the woods. I thought the rope course was pretty cool, and then you do the challenge that we did on 47, where you got to pull the rope and move the ball along.
Did you guys watch the influencer thing with the same challenge?
I did not. No,
I did.
I did.
I liked it.
I did only because me and Tommy Smokes are friends.
Okay, yeah, Tommy's a cool guy. Yeah.
Have you met Tommy?
Yeah.
Oh wow, there you go. So,
I wish they would have done.
I was rooting on Tommy, and he almost went, and he didn't. So that's good. But they did this challenge.
Yes, and it's a fun challenge. It's a very hard challenge. It's actually very, very hard.
200 pounds. The snake's 200 pounds.
Well, we didn't do the snake, but just the part where you have to pull the rope to move the ball along the thing.
That part's hard. You have a problem doing this?
Well, yeah, because it's you. All 3 of you.
You're used to doing this. Oh yeah,
exactly. So hold on, they're taking this kick to see if they're going to win the game. But that challenge is tough, but like it was classic, like new era. Like we're going to recycle a bunch of old challenges that we've done over the past few years, and he made it. Fuck. All right. Well, I just lost a bunch of money. So then the blue tribe loses, and they have to go to tribal. Now, I thought the writing was very much on the wall that Nicole was going to leave. I thought that this was like, it was the only person that wasn't making inroads, that wasn't at least shown to be making inroads with anybody. And when it came down to it, it was like, okay, the format we talked about, there was a core 4, there were 2 people on the bottom, and they picked one of the 2 people to go home. And it was the person who had 0 alliances shown with anybody. Did we see Nicole talk to anybody one-on-one and make an alliance? Not one time. So I thought it was painfully obvious that she was going to go home if that tribe ended up going to tribal, and then they did. Now, what I find interesting here is, and this is hindsight's 2020, this is me 100% armchair quarterbacking here, but if you are in a position where you feel like you're on the bottom and you have to go to tribal and it's early days and people are coming up to you and they're just going, hey, it's Annie tonight. We're good. And you're like, okay. And you can kind of see that that person is also on the bottom. You should not only A, not believe people, but B, you should be pushing really hard for your own candidate to go. You should not be going with what the tribe tells you because they're probably lying to you. You messed up the puzzle in the marooning challenge.
Let me hear what your counter argument is to the person that I want to go. Because the counter argument, like, she's an investigator. Like, literally her Yelp review is 0.0 for investigative skills after this episode. Like, this is not helping the cause. And Nicole, I love you. I feel like you're great. But like, if this is your audition for, I run an investigative company, this isn't good. So yeah, no, I think Gabe's right. You push a different agenda and you see what the feedback is on that
on that agenda.
Yeah.
And I think that you go for whoever you think is calling the shots.
Yeah.
So in this case, it felt very clear Jake was asserting himself as the alpha.
Like, hey, Jake's gotta go.
Yeah, you go like, why don't we take out Jake? Like, he's telling everybody what to do.
He's telling you what to do.
Like I don't want to take out Annie. And if we go up to Annie and we tell Annie, hey, it's you tonight, but we're going to save you, then Annie's indebted to us. Who the fuck cares how we're doing in challenges if we have the numbers? All we need is 3 people on this tribe to make sure that we make it to a tribe swap or we make it to the merge. Yeah. And to be somebody who you think might be on the hot seat, and Nicole's as much on the hot seat as anybody is. You messed up the puzzle in the first challenge, and you were the caller in the second challenge, and you messed it up there too. You should not feel safe, and you should be trying to cause as much chaos as you can and get people to expose what their real plans are. And the best way to do that is to be going up to people and being like, hey, like, I have a plan. Don't tell me what the plan is. I have my own plan I want to do. Yeah. And let's go with that. And she chose to be very docile and to not go with that.
No, so she goes, I'm going to read people and see if the answers line up. And they all lined up as Annie because they're all in on lying to you that it's Annie.
Yeah.
But, but she's like, I'm looking to see if they look me in the eyes, and no one's looking her in the eyes.
Yeah. and like, nobody wants to make a move. Everybody is telling you it's a consensus vote on this one person who's clearly also on the bottom with you. And like, nobody wants to do anything. It would just be very suspicious to me. And I would be like, you know what? No, like, let's take out somebody that I want to take out. I don't want to take out Annie. I want to take out Jake. I want to take out Alex. I want to take out Sophie and see how people bounce back from that.
But you know what? But conversely, we saw Annie do the same thing and they didn't like that. Like Sophie ratted them out.
They didn't, but what I think you can achieve by doing that is you can stir paranoia in the person that you're targeting. Yeah. Like if you're like, let's take out Jake, and Jake hears about it, Jake's going to be thinking, fuck, am I going to be the first person voted out? And then you can kind of play that against him, be like, Jake's freaking out right now. We don't want to keep this guy
I'd kind of love Jake going home first, wouldn't you?
That would have been good. That would have been very good.
But at the same time, I like people that can climb a ladder to be on the show.
Yes, also true.
There is that aspect of it. All right, well,
wrap this?
What's that?
Can we wrap this? Any last thoughts?
Yeah. So we see next time on Survivor, the Shoe Bandit is back. What are you doing, dude? I don't understand the Shoe Bandit of it all. Annie is a puppet master. No, Sophie says she's a Karen. Oh my, Annie. Wow. I would not call trashy Annie a Karen.
That's just because she followed you. That's all this is.
Oh, that's it. And then we end with Nicole's going to be the butt of every joke. No, Nicole, you're only going to be the butt of every joke in your family of 18.
There you go.
You're good. You're good. I'm glad that Izzy from Big Brother got to play Survivor and she went home first.
Overall, as far as New Era goes, fine premiere. I like it.
I put it in the history of premieres. It's in like the middle of the pack, and that's not a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing.
Because in the new era, I have had them immensely lower.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah. Bobby, any last thoughts?
I mean, I thought for the premiere episode, I got to know all the characters. We had no immunity idol running and trying to find the immunity idol.
Yeah, we talked about this when you stepped away. That was very refreshing.
It was very nice to see. I'm okay with who went home. I'm glad we got some content from her, but I also think that I like the players left in the game, so I'm excited to see where we go. And honestly, I still don't think the blue tribe is going to be a disaster tribe. I think that it could go a multitude of different ways. I think the red tribe is going to obviously get very far because we have 2 people from 50 from the red tribe. With that being said, I'm excited to see where this plays out. I'm much higher after episode 1 than I was going into the season.
Hit the music.
All right, guys. With that being said, check out Gabe's big move here on the channel, Reality After Show. And then we will play the commercial at the end of this. If you guys can, give us a like, give us a follow, hit that bell notification so you're notified whenever we do go live. Subscribe at After Show or twitch.tv/Bobby Goodsby if you want to follow me on Twitch. I go live Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, 12 noon Pacific to 2 p.m. Pacific with my live stream. So with that being said, I will be doing my Big Brother content from tonight's episode after this. So stay tuned for that. And with that being said, here's our commercial from our sponsor. Guys, big shout out to everyone. Gabe, Johnny, we'll see you guys next week after the episode. Later, guys.
Watertown Whiskey, guess what? Philadelphia Eagles back-to-back. Here we go, Super Bowl champions. You see, Daniels, it is the Commanders' year. Woo! Super Bowl bound to Watertown Whiskey. It's back-to-back. The Chiefs are going back, and they're winning this time. Watertown Whiskey. Y'all boys heading on down to 8 Mile. Lions got this. Watertown Whiskey. It's the AFC's year, but it's the Chargers. There's only one thing I gotta say. Watertown Whiskey. Jets, Jets.
Shut on.
Hartford Whalers, we're going to the Super Bowl. They're close to Watertown, right? There's one thing we can all agree on. Watertown Whiskey. Escape the ordinary. WatertownWhiskey.com. Drink responsibly.